Hi everyone, it's Tasleem here, and I got the best message from the universe. It wasn't even just the message, it was how it was brought to me. And I realized that actually I think the message was meant for all of you as well. So I wanted to share it with you. What had happened over the past few days, well, on one day in particular, was that I was trying a whole bunch of different therapy modalities. I was like, something has got to give, like to connect me back to my legs and the signaling between my mind and body. And I didn't know whether it needed to be a physical therapy, a hands-on therapy, something that had to do more with my emotions and something meditative. I didn't know. So I had a bit of a crazy day and booked an appointment with a acupuncturist that I heard amazing things about, and also then booked a session with an art therapist because I go to a rehabilitation place where they offer a lot of different types of modalities for therapy. And on top of that, I booked this seems so unlike me, but I decided to try like a recreational therapy pool session in terms of swimming. Now, I actually never properly learned how to swim when I was younger, but I have heard amazing things about being in the water, and I was like, I'm just like willing to try anything right now. And the first session with the acupuncturist, I'm sure he's good at what he does because a lot of people have sworn by him, but I didn't even understand what was going on when I had this consultation with him. I just felt so like I didn't feel like he was giving me any information or saying much. I swear he was closing his eyes in the middle of it, and I'm like, I don't know if he's bored or if he's thinking or if this is the way he processes information, but it did not feel like the right thing at all. And even asking him, like, what do you do that's different? What do you think you do that's different from other people? Like, his answer was kind of vague, and I walked out there not feeling good about it. So I was like, okay, scratch that off the list. Next one. So I went to an art therapy session, and I used to love doing art when I was younger, and I was excited to just take my mind off of things that didn't feel like they were going well, and maybe like tap back into something that used to bring me a lot of joy. And the woman who was running the session was amazing. Like, we seemed to really see eye to eye on the idea of healing and the body and the ability to heal itself. So I was like, okay, we're back on track. But the thing is that I wasn't actually doing something physical. Like, yes, it took my mind off of things in terms of I didn't need to worry about my balance or anything during that time, but leaving there, it wasn't like all of a sudden I could walk better, or deep down inside I was like, I know it's just that I want one of these things to help me so that when I walk out of their office I can get back onto the dance floor. But it was okay. I really appreciated what was going on there. And then I went to the session in the pool, and it was great. The pool was nice and warm, which helped a lot. I am not very comfortable like swimming, but I do love being in water, so I felt like very relaxed and stuff. And then when I was trying to do certain things with my body in the pool, I could feel the left side of my body kind of, wanting to do less and just have my right side take over. It wasn't as bad as when I'm out on land, because there's more gravity and there's more pressure, so it was nice to be held by the water, and the buoyancy like just made me feel lifted. But I definitely was still feeling like there was something missing, like there was something, this wasn't what I wanted necessarily to do, but I was like, okay, I can see how this could help. So I was accepting of it and, appreciative. And as I left, I really realized that, I'm getting a ride back home, and I'm realizing that there's the thing that was bothering me the most was that I started to feel as if this all meant that I really need to give up on this dancing, going back into dancing dream or vision, or that it wasn't actually going to happen, and maybe one of these other things was going to become my new dance. But my soul, my heart was kind of really wishing for the dancing to happen. So I got a ride towards home, and on the way to my way home, there's a karaoke place that I like to go to, and there's singing, and that always lifts me up, and plus there's music, so it's a little bit more connected to dance. And I was like, I think I'm gonna stop by there and just get out some of my frustration there through singing. And I literally was thinking, like, this is kind of like, I think this is just me having to let go of the whole dancing idea. And I was thinking that as I was like walking towards this karaoke place, and no joke, right next, I think I've said that a lot in my other videos, but these crazy, amazing things keep happening to me. And I can't have to share them with you because this was like, this tops a lot of things. So picture this. I am walking out of this, out of my ride with the thought in my head, okay, this might be the day that you have to really let go of this whole dancing idea, that you just can't dance. Like, those were the words that were kind of going in my head. And next to the karaoke place was this liquor store. And right in front of the liquor store that I needed to pass was a sandwich board. And on one side it had one sign, and on the other side it said something completely different. And the sign that was facing me, that I would not normally see that sign because I would usually come in from the other side, said these exact words. It said, "Trust me, you can dance." I was like, what? How is this happening? I was so excited that people around me could see my excitement, and I had no idea what was going on. And I started pointing to this sign, and these two guys, random guys that were standing around, I was like, can you take a picture of me with this sign? Because I really need this right now. And so one of the guys took a picture, and then he was like, I want to be in the picture with you because I love your energy. And really the energy was coming from my excitement about the universe and how perfectly planned out these signs and, pathways to like belief and not letting me give up on things are just orchestrated like exactly the way that they are meant to be. And so we ended up taking pictures together, and he was like doing all these poses and I was posing, and then I explained why this meant so much to me, and they were really excited for me. And I went into karaoke with a whole other mindset. I'm like, yeah, I'm here to sing, but I'm also here because I'm not giving up on this dancing thing. And I know that I've said that before, but I waver. Like, it's very easy to waver. But what I realized in that moment was that there's something really not letting me give up on this. And the reason that I want to share this video with you and share this sign with you and why I think it was meant for you as well is because if you ever have any doubt about your dancing, about your ability to go dancing, whether it's because you don't have enough time, because you think that you're too old, or you're too big, or too short, or too tall, whatever it is, or you think that you have never done something like that before, but you've always wanted to do it, or maybe you have been dancing and you danced a lot when you were younger and you haven't done it for a long time, and you're comparing yourself to your old self and think you can't do it right now. And maybe it's not dancing that's your dance. Like, maybe there's something else that you really want to do, but you're being held back kind of by yourself, by your own beliefs. I am in a situation where logically it doesn't really make sense for me to get back into dancing, like to be able to. But what I realized is that we need to give up not on the dream, but on this idea that we have to figure out how we're going to get there. We don't have to figure out how we're going to get there. We just need to believe that we are going to get there, and that it's not all up to us how we're going to get there. We let the universe do it, and the universe is not even letting me give up on this. And I feel like this message was for me to pass on to you. If there's something that you've been really wanting to do, your ability to do it really rides on your belief in that it can happen, because you desire it. Like, if we desire something so strongly, I feel like that is meant for us. Like, we don't have to figure out how we're going to pay for it, how our body is going to heal to be able to do it, when it's going to happen, like which practitioner to go to help us get there. We just need to believe that we're going to be shown each step along the way, and you just literally take the next step and the next step and the next step until it happens. So if you are ever doubting that you can't dance, or you can't get back into it, or you don't have time to do it anymore, that sign, I think, was also for you. It said, again, I'm going to repeat it, trust me, you can dance. And I'm passing that message on to you. Thank you all for listening.